Come on, come on.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk about financial records are being broken this year. Have you been paying attention to the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones recently? That's right. Are you investing in the right place? Well, we have a lot to talk about because we want you to come along for the ride. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And once again, please share the videos. Why? Because you know the YouTube gods don't like sharing our stuff, so you got to help share it. And make sure you smash that like button, as I mentioned at the intro. Let me know what you're thinking about that Club Nouveau song, by the way. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Oh, yes. And hopefully they'll be in May 9th through the 16th in the Dominican Republic, along with Sean Rayford, Damian Hudson, and stay in store for more. It's going down. And once again, welcome this evening, because we have to talk about these financial records, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are sleeping right now. Remember when we talk about stock market is not like Main Street, the rich market, the stock market is for the top 10 percenters, as they own 89% of it. But if you want to gain some wealth, you need to join them. You need to be in the stock market as well. You guys know we've been talking about this for 5 years. Do you think 9 out of 10 people are actually getting in the stock market? Wrong. It's 1 out of 10 people when we say you should do that. Why? Because it's not a shiny object. It's not your clothes. It's not a car. It's not jewelry. It's nothing. Nobody can see it. And flashing it means nothing to most people because they say, okay, well, either I'm in the stock market or I'm not. Either way, it doesn't impress. So therefore, the wealthy continue to get wealthier, while the less wealthy, the bottom 90%, get less wealthier. And that is by design. There's always a top 10%, as you guys know. And I want you guys to join us and be there. That's why we give you dividend stocks. That's why we talk about real estate. This is why we talk about assets that pay us, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you guys are coming along and investing in the right place. We're going to find out about that tonight. But first, before we get started, we have an investor extraordinaire in the house, and real estate investor, stock market investor, 401k, and soon to be retiree. He's done it all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with Victor Marrero. He has the icon next to his name, and he brings his tagline, "Hello all, let's do this." And that's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. Either you can come along for the ride or be left behind, because financial records are being broken. You know what this means? Again, the wealthier just got wealthier while you're sitting around with high debt loads. Twist that around, low debt loads, high assets that pay you, and now you're on the main street, the top of the dog chain. All right? This is what we want, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to get there. So please make sure you get your pen, pad, and paper ready because you never know what gems are going to be dropped. The chat room is open as well. If you have any questions or want to talk about anything, then I suggest you ask questions in the chat room. This is the no guru zone. We don't expect you to pay to ask a question. We don't ask you to come to seminars to pay. We ask for none of that because we make money here. All right. No consultation fees. You can send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. It's that simple. All right. It's very simple around here. We try to help you. We want you to win. We don't want you to be in the bottom 90%. We want you to be a top 10%er. You can do it, but you need to start now. And one of the things I'm going to have to bring up today is very simple. We're going to go to CNBC. I've been hanging out there for the last 6-7 months mainly. But look at this right here. In case you don't know, Dow Jones Industrial Average, an index, this over here, all-time record high. S&P 500 today surpassing the all-time record. It's happened, ladies and gentlemen, just like we predicted here, because I told you when Jerome Powell talked to him 3 months ago, he said, Eric, we're not going to raise or do anything with the interest rate. I was like, you know, that stock market positive. That means the top 10 percenters are just going to be able to adjust because they know you're not going to raise the interest rate. That means this is good for everybody. We're talking about business. Of course, my mic went off. All right, let's go. Brian P. Well, Friday night live stream. Another investor extraordinaire is here with the icon next to his name. And I greatly appreciate that for being in the house. He brings his tagline. Let's get this off screen. I see we can't even get Brian P on the screen, but hello, Eric. I hope all is well with you. Hello, SSN family. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here on this Friday night. I greatly appreciate it. And once again, we're having a little issue. So what I'm going to do is remove this and then we'll get back on track. Here we go. Now we're getting back to what it is. Joe, Nay, Brian P, Eric. I hope all is well with you. Hello, SSN family. That's right, Brian P. Like I said, with the icon next to his name, like Victor Marrero, showing the financial support. And I humbly appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. In case you haven't seen me in a week or 2 or 3 or a month, look, the new eyeglasses, the cheapest ones you can get, you know, like a true, what do you call, millionaire mindset. Spend the less, but still have the use. And I 2 at Stanton Optical. 2 for like $120 or something. I don't even know what it was. But anyhow, apparently far sight, I could barely, my eyesight was crumbling. But up close, no issues. There you have it. So things change over time as you get older, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Let's see who else is going to be in the house tonight, because we have a few. Victor Marrero says investing into the market is a must. No excuse anymore. Exactly. Victor Marrero used to be able to be an excuse, but nowadays the assets that give you back any upside is slim, very limited. A lot of people are dumping their money into homes, cars, which is unbelievable that the average car payment is $735 per month. That is 9G a year. Imagine 10 years at 10% a year. And that's just compounding once a year. Can you imagine the amount of money you would have over a 40-year period just off of that alone? That'd be sitting in your account. This is incredible. The amount of money people are spending. Homes people are buying for 5, 6, 800, 1,000, a million. And they're spending 5, 6, 7 G's, 10 G's, 11 G's on mortgages. Imagine 30 years of spending that and having it compound 10% annually on average. I mean, it's mind-blowing how they get you in debt and you go along with the program. But don't worry. We have the Emerging Millionaire program here, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because we talk about things that no barrier to entry. Doesn't matter about your credit, doesn't money you make. So therefore, what else is going to hold you back? You have no further excuses. I'm just saying, stay tuned. I don't care if that's a cup of coffee worth daily. Look at this. I'm going to reread this right here. Victor Morel saying something very reasonable. Investing into the market is a must. No excuse. Straight up. Especially now with all the technology available. I don't care if that's a cup of coffee's worth daily. There you go. Exactly right. We got people out here going to Starbucks daily, eating lunch during break and spending $20, $30, $40 per day. If you were buying stocks and all of a sudden you found out you can get 10%, every bit of money you put out, you can get 10% for life. Does that interest you? Now start thinking about when you're writing up your IRS tax returns and you see some of your tax returns and you're like, damn, I made this much. How come it feels like I'm living paycheck to paycheck? Because 65% of you are living paycheck to paycheck. Don't confuse yourself. You need to get off of that program. You keep going down the debt path. You have to change it. Put the money into assets instead of Starbucks, instead of McDonald's, instead of the fast food. That's what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, and stop buying these new cars. That would help as well. They go down in value. You have maintenance. What are you thinking? All right. Just stop it. Okay. I'm just saying it's imperative because this next rally that's apparently underway, because the Federal Reserve is just T-minus 60 days for increasing or reducing the interest rate, you're going to be in a world of hurt, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever has not made more money or put themselves in positions to make more money, you're going to be left behind. And unfortunately, nobody's coming to save you, including me. We've been telling you for 5 years. If you're new here, well, congratulations. Get on board because the train is just about leaving T-minus 60 days. Joe Nay, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon next to his name. Thank you so much. What's good, SSN fam? Hope everyone is doing good this evening. Yes, everyone is doing good, especially me. Now, let's get into something because Joe Nay is another superstar investor and he has that icon next to his name as well, and I appreciate it. Support for the channel. I appreciate it by becoming a member. Highly appreciate. Now, thank you. I came late, so it came back on, but I don't know how long I was out. We were talking about I was going to the Standard & Poor 500 on the CNBC channel. Hey, Eric, we can't hear you. Yes, man, I know. It went out, and I am just now getting to that. No sound. I got the notification. I saw the video. That is one person that has received a notification and got the video. Thank you so much this evening. Because again, they don't like putting our information out, ladies and gentlemen. They'd rather that I sell you a $2,500 or $5,000 or $10,000 course to take that money off the table so you don't invest it. But instead, I want you to invest that $2,500 that you're going to pay some so-called guru, because he cannot guarantee that you're going to be making money every year for the rest of your life on the money you're about to give him, because you won't be. All you're going to get is some information. And then you still got to do the work and spend the money. I'm just saying, just smash that like button. Thank you so much. That's what we're talking about around here. TSLY at 9.98. Joe Nay, do you know about this? Does everybody else know about this? Victor Marrero knows about it. Brian P knows about it. I know about it. We are tracking this because this is beautiful. This is beautiful what's happening. I don't understand it, but all I know is I didn't even look at the dividends. All I know, the dividends were nice. Brian P or Victor Marrero, let us know what the TSLY dividend was. I don't even know. All I know is they gave me a chunk of dividend money. And I was like, damn, I wonder how much that was. That's very nice. I like it. All right. So here we go. I loaded up some more. Ching, ching. Did you hear that? Ching, ching. That's right. I hear it all day, every day. And by the way, I missed out on it. I have so much I've been doing over the last few days. It's Takeover 2024, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Nation Takeover 2024. That's what we're out here doing. So that means I'm going to be very, very busy. Unfortunately, me to Victor Marrero. Exactly. Somebody let me know what the TSLY. In fact, some of you here may not even know what TSLY is. It's a stock. All right. For everybody on podcast, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, L as in Larry, Y. That is a stock that gives out a high rate of dividends. Do you think 10% is good? Okay. That's JEPI, JEPI, JEPQ. That'll give you 10%. That's JP Morgan. Some of you may say 15% is good. All right. Well, maybe you like AGNC. A is in Apple, G is in George, A is in Nancy, C is in Charles. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe you want to go a little higher. Maybe you like that ORC, Orchard Capital. ORC is pretty simple. Maybe you like that for getting it a little bit above 15%. Maybe that helps you out. Well, you hear the dogs in the background giving the woof, 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 right? That's what they're saying. This is the woof, woof, woof time, ladies and gentlemen, because again, this is what goes down. You have to have the tools. Once you have the tools, free. We gave you the info. You're supposed to now go study and see if it fits your investment. Okay, I'm just going to go do it. You're supposed to study, learn, get educated, because if you want to make money while you're sleeping, that's what it's going to take. All right. Now, while I'm sitting here, we're going to do a few other things because if the noise continues, TSLY, KLIP. I forgot, Brian P. Thank you so much for mentioning that. KLIP. That's another high risk, high rewards. And oh, by the way, you want over 20%? Well, these are some right here. I don't even want to say what their rate is right now that they're giving back because it's people would say it can't be real. 30%, is that real enough for you? What if it's higher than that? And then we might as well just add CONY to this. We might as well add QQQY to this. We might as well add NVDY to this. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's at yieldmaxetfs.com. And every time I talk about that, we start having interference. Yieldmaxetfs.com, over 20% returns on a lot of their ETFs, some over 30. That's the type of mind-blowing, wealth-changing numbers. When somebody tells you 20 to 30%, as soon as you hit 20, that is major. And here's QQQY right now. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to have to put on something because somebody came to the door. So we have a little run that's about to happen. Let me see what I can do here. No, can't do it. Let me see. Can't do it. Can't do it. Well, I can't change. Oh, here we go. You guys know what this means. This means we'll go here. How about this?
Imagine landing in Miami International Airport. From your flight, you see what Miami is all about. Water, beaches, high rises, a vibrant city.
This sleepy little town that had all of the elements and components to become a spectacular city. And here we come with this incredible Miami of 2022, punctuated by unbelievable offerings, and Lofty brings it all together.
This incredible city by the water, this beautiful Brickell neighborhood, right by the river, the lights of the beautiful buildings, people walking by, having a great time, whether it's having dinner or lunch or enjoying the weather, and then you arrive to Lofty.
It's captured the essence of our city. All the things that make this city exciting have been packaged into one product. We're on the water. We have great activation with wonderful speakeasies, waterfront eating, flexible living in an incredible location. They've bottled the energy of the city in one fabulous building.
It provides a flexible ownership model that doesn't exist. Total freedom for you as an owner. Freedom to leave it, freedom to use it, freedom to monetize it as you please. It comes 100% furnished and finished with a tremendous amount of services and everything within a setting that is very, very well designed and very well thought out.
Here the big idea was obviously the urban and the natural character of the riverfront. And that manifests in two different interesting design aesthetics that have a kind of tension with each other. A very modern, forward-looking aesthetic, an urban aesthetic, but with a very tactile and natural rendering. Marrying urban and glamorous aspects of downtown with the riverfront and bringing those two worlds together in an aesthetic was really the primary goal of the project.
Probably nothing is more powerful than the location. In this case, it is the river, and it's an active river. Ships, yachts, canoes, everything goes up and down that river. We were looking to a design that made some reference to the nautical forms. So there's always some degree of coincidence with the vocabulary that you would find in naval architecture.
We are located at one of the most unique spots in Miami at the crossroads of the Underline and the Miami Greenway, the Riverwalk, as well as being close to the burgeoning neighborhood of Brickell City Center at Brickell Avenue in general, and we wanted to engage with the public realm. So the ground floor of the building essentially spills out into the neighborhood and invites the neighborhood in and look at the riverfront, watch the yachts go by, and really feel as if they're part of an amazing community.
It's not only just a residential or flexible ownership concept. It's all about belonging to a club, making you an insider, giving you this sense of belonging. If you want access, you want activation, you want the best location, and you want to own, then Lofty is the only way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on a long extended viewing of some commercials, I guess you would call it. But anyhow, Lofty Brickell, that is in Miami, ladies and gentlemen. In Brickell, they have started the Gale Miami. That's right, GaleMiami.com. All I'm saying is, yes, cool downtown locations. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, but a higher price point to enter, of course. Now, Brian P. gives us some great news. He now has over 5,000 TSLY shares. Something tells me he's been reinvesting these profits My goodness, man. I don't even know let me know what the dividend was this month for TSOY. I didn't even look. Let me know. I want to hear what it is. And now he has 500 shares of clip too. Oh my goodness. Congratulations once again. This man is actually doing the damn thing. You guys don't understand. He is receiving 30% plus annual returns on these two stocks. Could even be 40, could even be 50. And to give you an idea, I don't know, but we'll use the previous month. It was 50, what was it, 56 cents a share? Let's just say it's 50 cents a share for his 5,000 TSLYs. That is over $2,500 this month in dividends alone. Passive income. Next month, what will it be? Well, it depends. If the dividend is 50 cents, it'll be another 2,500. If the dividend is 60 cents, well, that's $3,000. If the dividend is 70 cents, now you guys, it fluctuates. Last year, it went between $1 down to about 34 cents. And heaven forbid, if it's $1, that'd be over 5 G's. So if they replicate that again this year, one of the months, that would be awesome as well. And that would be incredible. So he's been making hay, and he's in the win zone. Every month he's collecting thousands of dollars while he's sleeping from his investment. And yes, it's up there. It probably got, around 50,000 somewhere in there into the TSLY. But is that worth 2,500 a month? 3,000 one of the months, 2,500 another month, 1,500 another month, $4,000 another month? I think it is. And if somebody gets like $25,000 annually from a $50,000 investment, ladies and gentlemen, this is what makes you wealthy. Financial records are being broken right underneath your nose in case you just now joined us. Making money in here is right. That's what we do. That's what we talk about here. Stop struggling now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Nation Takeover 2024. Joe Nay, I bought a lot today. TSLY, way down, but went up. Exactly. It was well below $9.98. Very, very well. Put on those alerts. Very nice. Great job, because that price point is just astronomical. Hey, Eric, here we go. It was 55 cents. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys can start doing the math yourself. If you have 5,000 shares of TSLY, now you know how much Brian P received, because it's 5150. Yeah, it's 5,100 times 55. That's going to be damn near. That's probably over 3 G's. Yeah, it is over 3 G's, because that's another 5. So, wow, well done, man. Well done. Congratulations. And now he even's going to have more. He's compounding. He's going to have more shares next month. It's just ridiculous. Or you could do IVV from iShares, S&P 500 ETF, all-time record high. That's paying $1.93 per share. Plus, you can come along with this one, as it has the top USA companies, including the Magnificent Seven. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where else you can get this type of information from everybody here who helps other people. But here, this is what we do. I love it. Thank you, Victor Marrero, for sharing that. And Brian P, Joe Nay, everybody who helps out financially. That's what we try and do here. We're trying to get that rising tide so all the boats are lifted, so we can all come along for the ride. Because if we're all coming along for the ride, then that means everybody is going to be happy, be able to afford where they live. Everything's going to be a lot better than living paycheck to paycheck like 64% of the population. So get out of that thought. Start paying down your debt. How do you do that? You get your credit right by paying down your debt. If you need some help with your credit, yes, down below, I do have the Smart Credit. That's right. It's a software that helps you track all 3 credit bureaus. It's one of the best credit monitoring systems, and it can help you with not only your personal credit score, but it helps you with your hiring index, helps you with your insurance score, your car score, And they have some tools that can help improve your credit score by knowing when to pay before everybody does the minimum due date and all that stuff. They tell you how much to pay, when to pay, on what date, optimizes you getting a lower, or shall I say higher, credit score. That's the type of thing you need. Smart Credit. The link is down below in the description box. And oh, by the way, before I forget, it's still nice and chilly out here. I need everybody to go show some love for our own Professor Auntie Val. Her and the family has started their coffee and tea business over the last few months. Beachfrontjava.com. You have whole beans, fine ground, drip ground. So you have no excuse, because some of you will have the excuse of, I don't drink tea. I just said tea, right? You would say, I don't drink coffee. Well, that's not really an excuse if you don't like coffee, but they have tea as well. It's tea time at Beachfront Java. They're not just coffee. They have tea as well. So go over there and show some love. Make that order. Let them know. Put in the promo code SSN Lifestyle. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Go show some love. All right. I appreciate that. That would help out our own. All right. That will be my next one. There we go. IVV. That'll be the next one. I love it. You got to diversify, ladies and gentlemen. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. That is one thing you should not do. If you're making profits, you need to sometimes take a little bit of those profits and spread it around into a lower risk, but still a great return, because then you don't lose. All right. You diversify. That will be my next one. All right. Next one to get. I love it. I love it. Way to go, Brian P. He's a fiend now. He's on it. He's like, man, oh man. He just like, man, I'm making all this dividend money, this passive income money. I can't even wait. If I can hold on to this little situation for another year or two, then that changes. That'll be life-changing money, actually. Brian P., since you're doing Yield Max heavily, have you made a monthly income projection by reinvesting the dividends? Depending on the amount, it can be wild after a couple of years. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. Another 2 years from now, if they are able to hold up, my God, I mean, that $50,000 investment is going to end up being something like $400,000 or $500,000 in only a matter of a few years. That's incredible when you think about it. Thank you, Eric. You're welcome, Brian P. Man, it's crazy. Yes, I am. I'm in. Tesla, TSLY dividends now 55.6. Imagine if this, I know. That's over 5K per month, 60K per year. Are you kidding me? You're already above the average individual. Exactly. Dividend, passive income, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we talk about it all for the last 8 months, 7-8 months. Have to talk about it because it's life-changing right now. Thank you, Victor Marrero. Exactly. It's life-changing. You can't miss out on this, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of you, are you investing in the right place? Are you getting your real estate? Are you getting your stocks? Are you buying into an existing business that has revenue or profits coming in so you don't have to keep working day in and day out for the next 20 years or 30 years? It's a daunting task when you have a house note for 30 years potentially, and over 30 years you could lose a job, you could lose your income, and all that money you put into this liability, you could lose that. Just like a vehicle, same kind of thing. So you got to think about that in your future. Pick up some CONY as well. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about CONY because the rate of return, I just don't see how that's sustainable, but they're doing it. That's another one we haven't mentioned. So thank you so much, Brian P., for mentioning that one. Curtis Davis is in the house. Mr. Financial is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. He has that icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. And he brings his tagline this evening. Good evening, SSN family. Always be making money. That's what we like to be doing here, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of always be making money, you know what helps you is when you have news and updates throughout the day, and you don't have to go very far. All you have to do is go check out Mr. Financial's Chili Davis channel. That's right, CHILLY Davis. Go over there, even right now. Go smash that subscribe button and click the all notification bell, because throughout the day, he gives you updates of financial news and updates. And that way you can make, well, intraday trades, intraday buying or selling, depending on the news. So again, go check him out, Chili Davis. And thank you so much for being in the house, Mr. Financial, once again. Let's go. Victor Marrero, Brian P., good job. Me too. Have 100 shares of Coney, 80 shares for MRNY. Oh my goodness, Victor Marrero's on a roll. TSLY, 610 shares, just a baby next to you, just trying to catch you. Victor Marrero, oh my God, these guys are doing the paper chase, as I call it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they're doing. They're saying, let me get some of those stocks, that paper chase, and they're giving me a return. I'm like Warren Buffett now. We're like Warren Buffett now. We don't have to do anything but drink Coke with a smile. All right. As Bill Cosby once said. All right. So, sorry, hold on. Let me get the story right. Bill Cosby did not say that. Richard Pryor said that. And that's an Eddie Murphy joke in case people haven't got that old school Eddie Murphy. So Eddie Murphy called up Richard Pryor and he said, I don't remember the whole story. I'm just going to deviate, but it goes along these lines. He called up Richard Pryor and said, hey, do you think these jokes that I'm doing may be too bad, or what do you think? Because I don't want Bill Cosby to be upset. And then Richard said, well, tell him to have a Coke and a smile. I was like, oh man, that's cold. But anyhow, it goes along those lines. You got to go look it up. I messed it all up. All right. Have 100 Coney. Oh my goodness, that is impressive as well. See, Brian P's out here doing the damn thing now. Now I just hope that you're taking some little bit of those profits and parking them somewhere in a lower risk environment. Just a little, just a piece, because you never know. Yield Max ETF is like what, 1 year old, 1.5 years old. So again, there is no longevity here. Nobody knows if this is going to last 5 years or 6 years or 2 years. So therefore, you have to be prepared. All right. Great job, Victor. Exactly. Victor's coming along nicely for the ride, and we're all coming along nicely for the ride. Brian P., I know you mentioned it, but you should start thinking about real estate. The sooner the better. You can balance your portfolio. Oh, that's exactly right. Very well said, because he actually has turned himself into being able to buy real estate with dividend money. Oh my God, he's did the damn thing. He can afford, well, let's just call it what it is. If you get $2,000 per month and you have pre-construction, or even you're going to buy a home, that is impressive enough. You'll be, and you'll live for free damn near. And I hate to use the word free because you had to use money to invest, but buying assets in the SS&N Nation means assets pay you, and then you use those assets to pay liability. That's how you do it, instead of going to a job and then paying for your liabilities with your earned income, meaning you're sweating 40 to 60 hours per week. And some of you go, Eric, I don't sweat 40 or 60 hours a week. I only work 35. Okay, fine. But you do take a shower. You may get some breakfast. You may drive to work. You may drive home from work. You don't count that time. But when I was working for other people, I always thought, man, I'm waking up at 6:30 in the morning. I got to be there by 8. But I'm not getting paid while I'm getting ready, nor am I getting paid in the transportation to get there. Go tell a plumber that you ain't going to pay him for showing up his travel time these days. See where I'm going with this? But you're willing to go work 8 hours a day, but yet to and from work could be an extra 2 to 3 hours, depending on if you're in city traffic or if you're just in a regular old country town. You still have all that extra time that you're spending that you are not doing what you want to do. So to me, I was like, I'm not getting paid enough. So I'm actually working an extra 2 hours, 10 hours to 15 hours per week, driving back and forth. But living in California, in Northern California, we've had people that drive from Sacramento to the Bay Area, which is 2 hours. 2 hours in each direction. Yeah, you get paid a little more, but you generally work 8 plus 4 is 10 hours. By the time you get home, you don't have much to do. So again, do you want to do that rat race, that hamster wheel, or do you want to actually be able to sit back and have some money coming in while you sleep? That is highly important. And you got to balance your portfolio exactly as he's saying. Thank you for those tips, because that's exactly what we need to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've been in this, how long have we been doing this? For almost 45, 50 minutes. So I guess it's now time for me to say SSN Nation Takeover is going down. So I will, hey, you know what? All these people out here in the YouTube streets always talk a good game, right? Well, you guys know I actually break out. We actually have to break out, the real. So here's the first thing. Like I said, it's official, ladies and gentlemen. Hachi Cuevas, that's right. She actually did it. One of the top lawyers in all of Dominican Republic. That is Gennaro's wife, Glenny Hachi Cuevas and Associates. SSN Lifestyle. We got the name SRL. It's in effect now. That's right. It's going down, just like we said, ladies and gentlemen. And just for, let me see what else we have here. Just so everybody knows, I might as well just give it out right now. Let's see here. Let me see what I can show. I can't show everything. Hold on a second. Let me find my, oh, there it is up the top. There we go. There we go. Here's my RNC number, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody in the DR. There you go. It's official. You see the RNC number for the SSN Lifestyle, and it's going down. And I will show this a little bit too. You see the barcode down there too. So you guys know it's going down. It's too late. We've infiltrated the island officially, business-wise. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Takeover 2024, just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to talk about some real estate because I'm talking with some heavyweights. That's right, heavyweights. So what I mean by this is the other day, you remember on Wednesday night, if you weren't with us, I had some disturbing announcement that I had to make that I might not be able to work with some people. But after they sent over their memorandum and I wasn't too happy about it, I still have not responded because for whatever reason, they act like they want me to actually, promote their product, or it's real estate, promote their real estate, or pseudo be a representative or whatever, and then buy units and then resell them myself. And I was like, okay, I've been telling you, I'm not buying nothing. That's not how this is going to work. I'm running the show, but that's not the show that's going to happen. It's Takeover 2024. It took another 2 days again today, right before our live stream. One of the principals hit me up and says, hey, man, why didn't you respond to our memorandum? I said, I'm not excited. I said, okay, man, I'm not really that excited. The thing is, everything is nice, except you got one thing. You keep saying, Eric, buy this villa. And then, what am I supposed to do with that? I wouldn't live there. And furthermore, I would be marketing it to make money anyhow. But that's not what I'm trying to do. Either we're going to be partners or I'm doing it myself without you. It doesn't matter. So finally, then you know what I did? I sent the picture, what I just showed you. I did this. I said, it's over. I said, now, do you get it? My company in the DR, it's over. I think in that time, a light bulb went off. So the next messages were like, oh, okay, here it is. We have something else over in another section of the eastern part of the island. What? Oh, now you want to play. Now you want to play. You just don't want to deal with two. Now all of a sudden you have other stuff that you want to talk about that I was trying to get you guys to come in with in the first place. And you changed the floor plans according to the right specs. Now we're on board, but it's too late. Because after I was disappointed with what they kept talking about, I said it's time for me to make some other partnership arrangements. Well, let's just say I'm working on a partnership arrangement And I'm going to show you guys something else. Yeah, it's big dog time. So I'm going to talk a little smack. You know why I can talk smack? Nobody can stop me. That's why. It doesn't matter. Oh, nobody can stop me. It doesn't matter who they are. The only people that can stop me is the government. They'll be coming. But don't worry. It's all legal, but they're still going to try and stop me because the other people are going to get pissed. Except this time in the DR, oh, I have government officials that I've already talked to. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they know what's going down too. And they're like, oh, we're with you. I'm like, I know you are. It's going to be epic. So we're going to find out how this is all going to end up. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little teaser. Just a little teaser of what's coming down the pike. If things go according to plan. I haven't sealed the deal on this deal yet, but I'm going to show you something that I'm a little bit excited about. I'm just going to show you. Well, wait, can I actually? I don't know if I can show you this actually. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Maybe. Okay, remember Michi's? How about up by Michi's? How about this little stuff up here? That is acres. This is like, well, it's like 100,000 square feet. One house on each side, but that's not the thing. See the water down there? That's a lake. And not the ones like in Florida that they're calling lakes. You know, it ain't no damn thing that's like 200 feet by 100 feet calling it a lake, right? No, we're not talking about even 100 yards by 50 yards. We are talking about a real lake that you can fish in, and there can be 100, 200 boats inside. But here's the kicker. The lake actually opens up to the ocean. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, to the ocean, a little 10 to 15 minutes from Michi's, but it's right there. You're at the ocean in 3 minutes. This is going to be spectacular and epic if I can pull this off, because there won't be one villa. There's going to be something on there, whether it's 5, 6, 7 villas. Oh, and by the way, second floor, ocean view. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, something to get excited about. And I know some of you are going to be like, Eric, I know, man, these things are going to cost us $500, $800, $1 million. I'm doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Ordinary citizens are in effect. That's why they always block me, because ordinary citizens are going to be able to have homes that are built like, oh my God, and they ain't going to cost them like all the rich guys. But you're going to be in the right spot, the right time, and your grandkids, great grandkids, they'll be loving you for life. They'll have your portrait on the wall because they'll be like, oh, my grandfather bought this thing. Can you believe for this price? Can you believe these ocean breezes? And we can see the ocean from here. And we got our own little lake down below with our own dock down there. Oh my God. I'm working on it. I'm proud to say I'm working on it. And it's that close. If I can pull up everything I want to do, if I can get in touch with some people over the weekend, this could be like, it could be all established next week. That's how quick we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Because what did I tell you guys? If you have a financing situation, I told you, hit me up, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Yes, I do know a few people that, they have some money that they don't want to sit there and earn only 5%. They'd rather get 10 or 11 or 12%. Okay. But you have to bring them some projects. Well, coming out of retirement means I have to bring some projects. We'll get the funding. It'll be epic. Okay, that's the first thing. Let's see what we got. What's going on, Eric? Was that the e-ticket barcode you need to enter Dominican Republic? It didn't look like the one I got last October. Maybe the look changed. No. That's not the barcode. That's the barcode for when you have your SRL, when they give you your RNC number. Your RNC has a barcode at the bottom of the paperwork, man. Make it official. Yep, that's the official barcode. Yep. They give you an RNC, a cedula. Let me see what I can do here because I don't want to show. Let me see. I can only show certain things because I don't know what I'm supposed to show and not show, quite frankly. No, it's just a barcode. Let me do it this way. Here, I'll do it another way. Let me see. Here, I know what I'm going to do. Check this out. I will do it this way. So then I can show what it is. So it goes with your RNC number. So I'll bring this up. Tells you what you can do. And then, yeah. I'll show you this because I'll do it up close for you. So then we can, so you can see. Here we go. Official name, government name and all. There you go. See, that's what it is. I don't really know what it's on your RNC paperwork. So it gives you your RNC number, and I like that they have barcodes so you can scan it. Other people can scan it and check it, I guess, which makes it kind of cool. They got a QR code on here too, by the way. I like this. That is cool. America, man, you need to catch up. When we have our articles of incorporation by the states and we have our LLCs and corporations and all that, they don't give us a barcode with a QR code on it. Look at that. That is sweet. So now anybody can check it out and see if it's legitimate. How sweet is that? I wonder if it works that way. I got to find out. Somebody hit that barcode, man. Hit that QR code with your camera. What happens? Let me know. Can you get that barcode? Is it clear enough? Hit that barcode. Let me know what happens with your cameras. Testing. 1, 2, 3. See if it takes you to a website. Hopefully somebody could do it. Well, somebody can actually do it on a replay. But anyhow, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot more coming down because, like I said, it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. And I got good news from the new party that I've been doing business with. Man, if he can do what he says he can do, and if so far he seems legit from all sources, but I still got to go there, have him in front of the lawyer's office, and we got to sit down and chat. Charles is in the house. Another emerging millionaire is here with the icon next to his name. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon. Thank you so much for that support. And he says, hey, all, I smell money. You're damn right. You're smelling money and you're going to be making money. T-minus 12 months, 13 months. He will have his villa on the market, reaping the rewards of around $400 to $495 per night. And people are going to be racking up the joint. They're going to be renting it out. And all he needs is 180 days. And you guys can start doing the mathematical equations. If he has 50% occupancy, which is quite possible. So it's going to be awesome. The unit that he has that comes on board first, man, he could be doing damage. And again, it's prime time in the DR. And oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Doobie, who was talking about Vistancia last time. I want to give a shout out. I was hoping she was going to come back and chit chat a little bit, but hey, we had to talk about. You said I had a contract. Well, now we got a contract, and now we know that it's going to cost you more money because these guys, well, maybe it won't cost more money, but they have a clause in their contract saying at least up to 3% of inflation, they will allow that variance. Anything over the 3%, they're going to charge you, but on the total amount, not on the IOU amount like a cruise on land, which does it on the amount you owe. So if you buy at 50 grand, inflation hits 6% for that year, well, you're going to owe another, what is it? $1,500. And heaven forbid if something crazy happened where it's 10% and you got to pay 7% more, that's $3,500 more. And according to their contracts, it appears that it's going to be added at the end. So I don't know how that's going to all play out, but that messes everything. So we will see how this all goes down. But anyhow, I hope you have come back and we can discuss some more things. And let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it means. I played a few of these brochures and things like that. So we'll see what's happening. Great. You're set to go then. Are you flying into Punta Cana, Las Americas Airport, flying out of LA? What airline? I hope you got the low season price. Ha! I do have the low season price, quite frankly. Hey, you guys, I told you guys about several things. Airlines always have specials. Airlines has miles. So there's all kind. Your credit card has miles. All kind of options are available to you. And I'm using them. So yeah, it's not that expensive to go over to and from the Dominican Republic at this moment, even though it is high season. It's not going to be high season price. And oh, by the way, there is great news that is coming because the Open Skies Agreement apparently is almost done officially. It's been a long road from June of 2023. They've been haggling back and forth, back and forth. If in case you don't know, Open Skies Agreements means simply airfare could go down. You could see something like from your city, $199 round trip. That's what you could see. I'm serious, and I'm not talking about Miami or in Florida. We could be talking about places, heaven forbid, Dallas. I'm just saying, because Dallas is like one of the most expensive places to go to Punta Cana for some strange reason. But more airlines will come too. And that would be, oh, talk about record breaking. Talk about more than 10 million visitors by air in 2025. It could happen as soon as these Open Skies Agreements come in. But you guys already know my prediction, 9.5 to 10 million. That's 2025. Right now, we're going 8.5 to 9 million in 2024 by air. I'm not talking about by cruise and air. We're talking about air only. All right. So we're going to find out here in about 2 weeks if they broke the record from the previous year. So far, if I look at Airbnb, there's all kind of places that's available. All kind of places, which is kind of weird for January in the DR. So this is going to be very interesting what happens this year. All right. So again, though I'm in Northern Cali right now. I was in LA last week. So, making the rounds. Oh, yeah, I should show you guys. This picture is going to be coming out on social media. I forgot about this. I've been too busy, quite frankly, guys. I've been making deals, big time stuff that I haven't done in a long time. So it's taken me a minute. But if I get any of these deals done, I have more than one. Any one of them pop off, we're off to the races. But let me see. I know I have a picture here. Let's see. Where is the big dogs playing? Oh, here we go. You guys remember InstaVid? LA, two of the top dogs are in the house. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's coming out on Instagram and all the grams and all that stuff. I forgot to put this up about a week or two back. But now that we're talking about it, flying out of LA. No, I was down in LA. That's where Oscar is. InstaVid AI. Remember, I'm part of this. Not only am I an investor by financially, I'm an investor other ways as well. So, hey, guys, let's go. We got to make stuff happen. Big dogs are in the house. We make things happen. It's actually how we do it. We plan it. And then we get to work. And then you have a team like Oscar and fellas who have skill sets. And then there has been a change. In case you missed the last video, oh my goodness, you should check out the last video when Oscar came on just 2 days ago. You don't want to miss the updates. It's a whole different thing than what you saw a month ago. They've improved it. And there's about to be another improvement as well to make the short form videos specifically for the platform. So if Reels are 1 minute, if TikTok can do 1 minute, 3 minute videos and 10-minute videos, excellent. But if X only allows 45-second videos, then they're going to make it to where a person, if they upload video to the X, it'll exit out. So you won't be able to load up to the X platform, which is great. So they're putting that in. That's another little maneuver that just occurred as we were discussing it. Then another creme de la creme. We're discussing, because we do podcasts, right? Everybody on podcasts, what's up? So we do the podcast, and now the videos may not play on a podcast, but since they're audio, you can play long form audios of probably, I don't know what they're going to cut them at, but 5 to 10 minutes. And you can post those as a podcast, which is going to be pretty awesome as well. So that's been added. And in case you missed the InstaVid AI video, some of you may not have heard of an entertainer called Waka Flocka and his crew. They actually signed a contract with InstaVid AI. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's going down, like I said. So if you want to get in on the Mr. Wonderful deal, SSN Nation Mr. Wonderful deal, what does that look like? What does it sound like? I'm about to tell you. Everybody on podcast, listen up. Everybody here, listen up. Everybody on replay, listen up. Because you can't get better deals than this if you're going to give your money to somebody. If you give your money to a company, a startup, you're going to lose 99 out of 100 times. You're going to lose because that's the rate of not working out. That's business. So, first of all, you normally, like an example, I was going to put money into Uber, $25,000 for X amount of shares in 2009 or 2008 or whatever it was. I can't remember. It's long ago. I did not, but they were only going to give me, well, thousands of shares. But see, they didn't go on the stock market until 10 to 12 years later, something around that time frame. So you would have had no return on your money. You're just sitting there, gave out the 25. Yeah, okay. If they never went public, then I'd just be sitting here with bogus shares, right? But again, I didn't invest in them. But at the time, it was that cheap you could have invested into Uber. So here's what happens in our deal, the SSN Nation deal with InstaVid AI. Let's just use the same example, but you don't have to put in this much, but 25,000. Beautiful, right? And you're sitting there, okay, when they sell it or exit or whatever, you get your money back. But how about if there's profit coming in because you were early to put your money behind the project? What if you get, let's say, $1,000 back? And then all of a sudden another month comes and there's some more profits and you get another 1,500 back or 500 back. And you get all of your 25,000 back. And you still have equity. Meaning on the exit or any profits, you still receive dividends. The SSN Nation Mr. Wonderful deal, I suggest if you want to get in on that, you better contact Oscar ASAP. info@instavidai.com. info@instavidai.com and put in the subject line SSN Nation. Because if you don't, first of all, he may ignore the email because he gets tons of emails. Second of all, you will get talked to right away. So put in the subject line SSN Nation. All right. Make it easy on yourself. And you don't have to do 25 or 5 or whatever. Whatever you can afford, I always suggest you put in. When they reach a certain level, when we get up to a certain level of people in the angel round, it's cut off. We haven't reached that level yet, surprisingly. I thought we were going to get there like in 2 weeks, but apparently not everybody sees the vision. It's okay. You don't have to. All I know is I'm in. I really don't care. It's rolling down the tracks as we speak, and we may have a second contract next week sometime. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going. Nobody's stopping us. All right? It's going down the track. So if you want to join the party, I suggest you get in touch with Oscar at info@instavidai.com and make sure you put in there, I'm from SSN Nation. Put in the subject line, SSN Nation. So then he gets in contact with you, all right? There we go. Brian P., he says, I'm in as well. Congratulations to you, Brian P. He's making investments. Man, it'd be awesome if this was a winner, right? Like I said, only put in what you can afford to lose, because 99 out of 100 startups fail. No matter what, no matter how good and great things are, it just happens. I'm not saying this is going to fail, because I don't think it is, but you got to do your own due diligence. You got to talk to him yourself. Make sure you feel comfortable. And once again, how comfortable am I? Well, I'm thinking about putting some more in on the Mr. Wonderful side of the fence. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just saying. All right. This is going to be very interesting for 2024. It's Takeover 2024. Asset classes, starting businesses, have a business that gives you money back. That's one. Number 2, real estate. Number 3, stock market, dividends that give you money back. You have 3 ways you can do it. bizbuysell.com. bizbuysell.com. Just go over there and check things out. It's that simple. You can go there and make it easy on yourself. You'll see some deals, but you might be Johnny come lately. But you never know. Maybe you're not Johnny come lately and you see a great deal that you can invest in. And what I've seen lately, for whatever reason, a lot of people are getting rid of their dry cleaning services. That means there must be something happening in the dry cleaning world. All right. So there must be something going on, because people are selling, and a lot of people have been doing it for 20, 30 years. But for whatever reason, there's a lot of for sale dry cleaners all over the country. So maybe they're changing some mixture or changing something that we don't know about. So be very, very careful. All right. Now let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. You know, financial records are being broken this year. And are you investing in the right place? I want to know. I want to know, because what has not happened yet is about to happen. It's about the Reserve increasing interest rates for a year, over a year. The mortgage market took advantage, saying, hey, you know what? We're just going to keep. Hold on. We got. What is this? We got the mortgage guys were just raising the mortgage rate. No problem. But it's a funny thing that when the Federal Reserve, all of it, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. December home sales slumped to close out worst year since 1995. That was supposed to happen. And because of what the Federal Reserve has done, they ruined what should have happened. They messed up my whole predictions, because home prices were supposed to be dropping 40, 50% so people would be able to invest in them. But they did their little trickery, and it looks like it might have worked. But did it really? December home sales slumped to close out the worst year since 1995. But see, December is normally a low season, because who moves in December when it's Christmas and New Year's? And kids are on holiday and in school, right? So it's kind of deceiving. But home sales were 6.2% lower than the same month a year earlier. Inventory fell. There's no inventory in the first place. So it's not like we're getting the home prices down. Full year home sales came in at 4 million units, the lowest tally since 1995. This all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the prices have not come down. But again, who anticipated that the low demand would keep prices high, even though the interest rates were high? Well, nobody predicted that, BlackRock and whoever else is going to be buying homes. They don't care when their interest rate is probably 2 or 3%. That's how crazy this is. So it's a backwards world at this point. A 12% retirement return assumption is nuts, expert says. here's a realistic rate to expect. This record-breaking market just keeps going higher and higher. Here's why. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I'm going to do, because those articles are on CNBC. I'm going to put them in the chat room. You guys can go check them out yourself, because you need to. Works for everybody. All right. This is one of the last, because if they ever, well, 89% of it is controlled by the top 10 percenters alone. So if they ever figure out a way how to bar you from being able to buy stocks or whatever, they would do it. All right. So this is one of the last places, and real estate is the second, but real estate is getting so pricey that it's pricing people out. And a lot of people are doing the next best thing that I'm suggesting. Buy pre-construction properties in foreign lands outside the United States that are damn near half the price for the same thing you're going to get in America, but no credit check, no qualifying to start out with. You may need to qualify later in the 2 years or 2.5 years that they're building it, because you're going to have, 50% you're going to have financed or pay full cash. But nonetheless, problem for you, because you're going to make the right moves. But there you go. I put it in the chat room, ladies and gentlemen, because this is crazy. And I actually want to go see, because they're saying 12% retirement return assumption is nuts. And he's probably right, because most people aren't going to do a retirement and put their money in high risk anything. And in order to get 12%, traditionally, it would have to be a little bit higher risk. And you don't want to do that when you're like 70 years old or 75 years old, right? And spent 20 years putting money in. All right. So you don't want to do that. And they're explaining it right now. The 25-year-old who invests 100 per month index in the S&P 500 in a Roth until they're 65 may see a 12% annual rate of return over 40 years. Dave Ramsey has long called for a 12% return estimate in his calculations. Wow. David Blanchett, managing director, head of retirement research, is seeking to debunk the idea of 12% return assumptions. Yeah, I have to agree with him, because how are you going to get that return if you just put it in the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ, because they do not traditionally do 12% returns. Their returns are more like anywhere from 8 to 10. 12 is a whole nother ball game. So I wouldn't expect it either. 12%. You can't do high risk when you get older. You have to start taking some of that money and putting in a lower risk, which means a lower rate of return. So you guarantee that it's going to be there. If you continue to do high risk, you're going to fall down. All right. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I've mentioned that several times tonight. All right. What are we going to do next? Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, please. All right. Show some love out there. And if you like what I'm talking about and what they're sharing in the chat room, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh, I see. We have problems, but all right. So some of you may not have seen my new glasses. Yes. Apparently my eyesight was bad from far away, and up close. Well, things look normal, but from a distance, not so much. And I was just never really paying attention until I got these. Now I see clearly. Whole different thing now. But nonetheless, let's go. All right. Let me know if you guys want to discuss anything. It's open chat room for everybody. I'm not going to on that long tonight. I'm going to have a long day tomorrow, because I got 2 big time developers I need to talk to and get these guys on board with what I'm trying to do. Both of them say they want to do it, and I'm going to get a third too, just in case, right? You can't have too many people that you have to vet and make sure that you want to do business with them. But that's what I have to do over the weekend. So I'll be dropping some videos. I dropped a video earlier. I used Nestor's video. It's in Spanish. He was talking to the developer for Riviera Castagna and Paseo Isleño. That's where he was building the villas. Is Paseo Isleño, and Riviera Castagna is the condominium project. Inside Vista Cana is both of them. All right, which makes it kind of nice. So it's in Spanish, but make sure you do your closed caption. So then you can get the English, so you will understand what they're saying. And they do have a special right now. They have a raffle, basically. If you buy either one of those, then I don't even understand this and I don't get it, but they're giving away for each project. The raffle gives away a Volvo. Now, I don't know what the Volvo is. It's something like a VX something. I don't even know what those are. But whatever this Volvo thing they're giving away to the winner, cool. And then other people get some money or discount price off or something. I don't know. But all I'm saying is the projects themselves are inside Vistacana. You need to check them out. And if you want the Espanol version and you can speak Spanish, then you can listen to it. If you can speak any other language or understand any other language besides Spanish, then you put on the closed captions in the language you understand. And hopefully you can go through it. It's 50 minutes. And it's actually less than that, but you know, I have to have an intro and outro. I throw in my 2 cents about, you know, intro, outro. So 3-4 minutes. So it's only about 45 minutes of Nestor and Raul Prieto. So go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. I dropped that video earlier and they do it. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not on it, but check it out because you may be interested. Then get in touch with Nestor. Let him know you're from SSN Nation as well. And then let me know you got in touch with him and he's treating you right. All right. We got to do that now. Got to make sure everybody's being treated right. Hey, Eric, can you check out Earn stock? Hey, why not? We can always go check out Earn, but why are you? Okay, let's go see what's going on here. Why are you messing around with Earn? Let's go look. Let's go look. Wait, what happened? Okay. It's going to take a minute. Fine. Earn stock. Why is he messing with Earn? Let's go see. Maybe Brian P's been doing some research. He's been doing some research. It's Ellington Residential Mortgage Real Estate Investment Trust, which means 15.71% is a surprise. Because their financials, negatives, miss negatives, but Real Estate Investment Trust has to give up a large percentage of their profits, if any. So therefore, they will still pay out dividends. And the fact that they're at 15.71% is incredible. I have to give them, but everybody knows who's been here for the last year, we were talking about REITs. If REITs can hold on when interest rates have went up like they have, then that means when interest rates come down, then you're golden because you're going to be earning these dividends in a market where the price and the value of real estate's going up and they don't have to spend hardly any money on borrowing costs. So that makes it absolutely a buy proposition at this point, T minus 60 days. Federal Reserve decreases their first rate point, whether it's 0.25 basis points or 0.5 basis points, who knows? But 50 basis points, 25 basis points, who knows? We will see. And since they have all the rest of the fellas sitting right here on this board, AGNC, I mentioned ORC, and here's Armor. This is going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I can't let it slide because I did mention AGNC if you want to get over 10 or 12%, right? So we're at 14.7. So I was good around 15%, as I mentioned. So that's not bad. Now we have to go find out NLY, which is something I did not mention. Let's go look and see where they're at. That's 13.47. I'm loving this. What about Armor? Armor could be 20. Let's go see. What's ARR? 15%, another oldie but goodie. And do we do Old Orchard? ORC? Let's go look. 17%. And so now, since we went down this rabbit hole, why don't we just find out the rest? Why don't we go IEP, which is not a real estate investment trust. Let's go see what IEP is. 22.86. Oh, man. Still doing good. Still holding strong, and we're doing the 20 percenters. I love it. The Icon Group, and it's diversified too. I don't understand it. Food packaging, metals, real estate, home fashion, energy. How this is incredible. Can you imagine if things change where they reduce rates and things start taking off? This yield is going to go down. All these yields would go down if the real estate markets take off. They're going to go down. But you will have locked in whatever money you put in is going to be earning these rates that we just went over. So thank you so much for that, Brian P., for mentioning earn. Can't believe it that they did that. That is awesome. 15.71% that's immaculate. Can't be mad about that at all. I love it. So hopefully that helps out more people in the dividend game. Remember, you're putting in money right now. Just keep that in mind. So, I just saw it. What about ENIC? Okay, we'll go check them too. Let's go look it up. I am not familiar with ENIC at all, so never heard of them. Let's go see who ENIC is. I don't know. Well, we will see shortly. Brian P. coming in hot tonight with some additional dividends. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go study your own. Make sure this fits your investment stuff. ENIC is from Chile, 12.24%. Is this a tanker situation? What is this? Oil? I can't tell. Let's see. Stock worth to buy, sustainable, eco-conscious. Looks like it's South America, Chile. I can't tell what this is. We have people saying, is it a good stock? Six Analysis offering 12-month price forecast for Anel Chile. Have a medium target of $3.95 with a high of $4 and a low estimate of $2. What's it at right now? Okay, well, it's right. 418 to 395, 395, 418 to 209. Okay, well, it's in the middle. So we will find out about this. Daniel Levy and his family own 30%. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, what's this rate of dividends they're kicking out? 12.24% plus possibly an upside, maybe. Well, we'll see. Been sliding down, kind of 3.5. Yeah, it's been in a somewhat of a range, I guess. 2.87 to whatever, 3.7. So we will see how that goes. But all right, Brian P. dropping gems. If you want to check him out for yourself, he's giving you the codes that you need, the stock symbols. All right, we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to stay on here too long because I got to get some rest because I'm going to have a long day tomorrow, quite frankly. We got deals to make. We got SSN Nation 2024 takeover, ladies and gentlemen. It's going down. If you want to come along for the ride, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell because the ride has already started. The train is still at the station. It's still there. I can't believe it. Here we are in January. It's January 19th, and we're at the end. We're almost 10, 12, what is that, 12 days from the end of the month. And the train is still sitting at the station because the Federal Reserve is saying, Eric, just like we told you, we didn't lie to you. We're not raising interest rates and we're not lowering interest rates, which is good for all of us, quite frankly, in my opinion. Especially those of us that are being proactive and locking in our dividend rates right now at these high returns. I mean, what you would consider high because you have yield max ETFs, those are an anomaly. Traditionally, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15% is high. This thing about getting 15, 17, 20, 22, those are anomalies. And you can get those right now and lock that in. And can you imagine getting 17% or 15% return on your money, what you invested today or this year, and that keeps giving you 17% and you have it reinvested? That would be incredible over a 10-year span. Brian P.'s already started. Victor Morel's already started. George's Charles, myself, we're already started. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We want you in the top 10%er club. Let's go. All right. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you, Eric from Brian P. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I know this isn't long, but if there's anything else you want to discuss, please let me know right now before we end this, because I love you guys very much. I appreciate your support all these years. And I love you again. I'll say it again. Thank you. Because the only reason I even come and do these live streams and have been doing them for damn near, well, it hasn't been 4 or 5 years in full, because I didn't do live streams at first. So it's probably been 4 years that I've been doing live streams. And I appreciate you guys coming Mondays. It was at one point, then it was just Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Friday. Then it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I want to thank you for all your support on the live streams and watching the videos and sharing them, because we have actually helped several hundreds of people with the information that you guys have shared here, some of the information I have shared, some of our guests have shared. So I'm very proud of what we're trying to accomplish here. And I'm also equally proud that people are trying to stop us from giving out this information. I love it, quite frankly. I relish in this. And that's why I keep going, because it's not about the views on this platform. It could be another platform on Pinterest where people love it. It could be a different platform on the podcast channels. It's around the world people are listening to it on podcasts, which nobody knows the numbers in reality. And that's what makes this even more special. So I love all of this, and I appreciate you guys and your support, and we ain't stopping. It's SSN Nation Takeover 2024 has commenced. It's in effect, and it keeps on going. And just like I show you only somewhat of what I'm going to be doing this year in the DR, but now you know it's straight up SSN Lifestyle SRL is official with our own RNC number. So we're off to the races, and you guys are coming along for the ride. And of course, you'll have an opportunity as well. We always got to keep the door open for that, just in case, right? So like I said, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, ladies and gentlemen, and it could get harder. You know, I was at the by the pharmacy the other day, and this lady said something that was disturbing. She says, I have cancer. And I hear this, I have cancer thing. And I'm like, okay, you know, not interested. But her response was to, the lady told her something like, your medication is $1,000. And I was just like, this is a death sentence. $1,000 for medication. I was like, this can't be for real. So I had to check, and the lady's like, yes, they just told me it's $1,000. I could not believe it, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're going with this. So you better start figuring something out, because if you can't have the correct health care and you have some illness and they tell you $1,000 for this medication that can save your life, that is extortion, and that is very, very bad. So just keep that in mind. You need to put yourself in a position to where it may not matter. James Way, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon next to your name. I appreciate it. And he says, hello, all. Got the notification. Come on, man. The lake goes out to the ocean. You're damn right. The rent is really too damn high. Oh, yes, my man. It's going to be too damn high at that joint. And hey, you know what that also means? That means the profit is going to be awfully nice. And oh, by the way, I'm going to have a villa there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sell all of them but one. That's where I'm going to have a villa at. Okay. I'm just saying, you guys might want to stay tuned. Okay. And something else about that, if I have my numbers right, I think there's going to be 10 villas there. And the 10 villas aren't going to be, because it's 100,000 square feet. But the point is, the 10 villas, they're not going to be next door like how they're doing the villas here. You're going to have a space. I have this little pet peeve. I need that next house being at least 20 feet away, right? 20 to 30 feet away. If you're going to live in a nice area, you don't want your next door neighbor 5 feet away or 3 feet away or even 10 feet away. You want them 20 feet away or more. All right. That just gives you a nice little buffer zone. So the guys are agreeing to all the stuff so far, but we'll see how this all shakes out. They can agree verbally, but when you actually get down to contracts and things like that, people sometimes balk or change up. So we'll see what ultimately happens, but we're working on it. All right. So I just want to let you guys know that is a possibility if we can make, if it's legitimate that what they're saying. And of course we got to, do our due diligence. And then there's some more stuff coming that I can't talk about. And I can't even really show you that right there. I've shown you too much already, but it's locked. It's not for sale either. I like inside trading. That's all I can say. It's not for sale. All right. You have to know somebody. So that's a good thing too. It's not on the MLS. It's not on anything. So nobody knows it's for sale. Nobody can sell it. It helps when you have friends in the right places. That's right. Part of the SSN Nation takeover. You have to have friends in all kinds of places, ladies and gentlemen. And good thing you live your life right. Sometimes you have friends in all kinds of places. It works out for you. So James Way, the lake goes out to the ocean. Yes, you got that right. And the rent will be too damn high. Ocean views as well. Not on the first level, though. It depends on where you're at. And of course, wherever my villa is going to be, I'm going to have ocean view from when I wake up and come downstairs in the morning. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully all of you do, but I know mine, since I have a pick, I'm just saying what's reality. So hopefully, though, I can get a configuration where everybody has an ocean view. That would be so freaking sweet, right? That'd be awesome. And it's up by Michi's, where they're building all the 5-star hotels, and 34,000 rooms are coming in Michi's in the next 10 years. Hotel rooms of all things, like Vegas. I didn't know Michi's was that big of land mass. This is crazy. It's real crazy what they're talking about, but I'm all here for it because that means anything you buy now is going to be on the low end compared to later. So we'll see how this all shakes out. They gave me a price, and if I told you guys would freak out. But anyhow, we'll see how it all shakes out. We're going to end this tonight. Very nice to see you, James Way. Anybody ever have any questions, hit me up. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com or make comments down in the comment section below the video. And don't forget to peruse the description box in the video because we have things that can help you. Smart credit. You have a business and need business credit, then I suggest you sign up with NAV down below in the description box. Why? Because you get people to send you, companies send you things saying, hey, we think your company can be approved for this debt product. Isn't that much better than trying to apply? It's better if people are contacting you. So NAV is down below in the description box. For personal, we have smart credit. We have national credit. Those are for you. One's a monitoring service. Another one, you can actually buy products under your business EIM and start building your business credit. All kind of choices down below in the description box. You want free stocks? Then download Robinhood. It's that simple. Only one you get though, but nonetheless, get it. And then check out Wealthfront. Wealthfront actually manages your money for you, anywhere from $500 to $4,900. There is no management fee. I like that. But when they get you over $4,999, then you have to pay that little small management fee annually. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to wrap this up tonight. It's very nice for you guys to be here. I appreciate your support. And with all that said, make sure you stay out of trouble out here. Don't let somebody else goat you into doing anything, but keep a level mind because a lot of people are under stress and duress. When 65% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck, now you understand how many people are under stress and duress. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.